Welcome, welcome! It's Mud Dog with the Texas Space Navy bringing you another Star Citizen video. And today we are going to talk about the Roadmap Roundup for April 3rd, 2020. This just came out yesterday. I'm actually filming it on Friday, so you guys will get this on Saturday. So I'm a day behind for you guys, but I'm right on time for the Roundup. So let me go ahead and go into it. For those of you who don't know what the Roadmap Roundup is, that is a little news article or post that CIG do every week on Friday to let you know what has changed in the production schedule. Sometimes things get moved around, sometimes they drop off, sometimes new things get added, and it's no different this week. There's actually quite a bit going on this Roadmap Roundup. So the first thing that they talk about is the contact list refactor, friends list unification. So it has been added to 3.9. So I talked a little bit about that yesterday, but it looks like it's definitely going to be in 3.9. So it'll show off pending friend and party invites. It'll show off the visibility of whether or not players are online or not, and it's going to be rebuilt using the building block technology that they're using for all the UI. So it'll be easier for them to do more changes to it in the future, add to it, take some stuff away, whatever they need to do. So the main goal is to make it easier for player-to-player connectivity within Star Citizen. So now they're converting it to a unified service, which will lay the framework for better lobby functionality in the future for all game modes. And the initial focus is on just connecting to other players in the PEU. But this will also make it easier in Spectrum. Of course, Spectrum's going to be in-game eventually as well. So hopefully they'll get that part of the functionality in an upcoming patch, not too far away, I hope. But yeah, they're redoing it for the new building blocks, so that should be pretty cool. They also have added the space station refinery deck. So this is going to be added to 4.1. This is going to be added to rest stops and serve as a mining hub, where a player can drop off all their mine materials to be refined and then pick up like mining missions and buy all sorts of new mining equipment. I imagine the mining equipment will be like the consumables, maybe a mining head here or there. I can't imagine every single space station having this, but it would be really cool to see at least the ones that orbit the planets have something similar, some sort of refinery deck. And you know they're going to do a cargo deck as well, so having both of those right there in the space station or where you would land makes life a lot easier and improves overall quality, in my opinion. I know some people have actually come out in my comments and said they're kind of against that. They'd rather you have to go across the world to do different things. I kind of understand their point in a way as well, but right now I do believe that these decks near the landing area makes things easier. This is just talking about space stations and not even talking about landing zones, so that's not changing anytime soon, but the space station part is, so that'll be really cool to have those put in. Grim Hex improvements. So Grim Hex has been pretty much the second landing zone in the game, second place you could visit past Port Olisar as far as landing and going in and checking things out. As you know, this is a outlaw hub nestled into the asteroid fields of Yela. So it is something that's been in the game for a while, and they're actually in 4.0 they are going to finalize Grim Hex. They're going to make it a complete landing zone, which includes a new location branded utilitarian hangar that's going to be accessible by the main hub, and they're going to add some scramble race features and other additional content as well. I've seen some YouTubers out there that have kind of snuck into a little hangar area in the asteroid part of Grim Hex. Not normally accessible. It's not like the sneak-in entrance to Grim Hex. This is actually something that you kind of have to clip into, like clip through the wall, clip through the rock, or a hangar bay to get into. I'm guessing that's where some of this new hangar area is going to be. We'll have to wait and see in 4.0 to find out. Sounds to me like they're already working on it, so we'll have to wait and see. I have not actually looked at the roadmap to see how much it has undertaken, but that is going to be in 4.0. So let's talk about the disappointments of the week. Pretty much of the month of the last quarter. The Arlington Bounty. That is the Idris mission, where you have to fight and destroy an Idris that's run by the Arlington family, which is a group of outlaws. They have been testing this battle over and over and over again in the Evocati. They've had all sorts of issues, mostly trying to kill the Idris. It's been very difficult to balance this mission, and they said that they feel like the mission doesn't have the right feeling to put it out yet, so it's being bumped back to 4.0. So it's kind of like we got teased with this Idris mission, and then it got yanked out from under our feet. But I understand if it's not ready, let's not put it in there. Let's not all feel like we didn't get what we really want out of the mission. If they don't feel like good about it, then we're not going to feel good about it either. So let them continue working on it and get it balanced and get it, dressed up, make it as good as it can be before they put it in our hands, because this is the first exposure any of us are going to have to an Idris, especially fighting against one. So let's let them iron it out, and meanwhile you can speculate and formalize different ways to take it on with your friends, because you're going to need a lot of them. The next big disappointment, or at least a disappointment, the Origin M50. It has been bumped back to 4.0 as well. They say the improvements are looking really good. This ship looked great to begin with. It flew great. So I don't know what they've been doing to, gussy it up to make it look better. I don't know. I hope that I'm pleasantly surprised, and I hope I'm not disappointed in the least. I really like the M50. Maybe they make it tougher. I kind of doubt it because it's a tiny racer. They may take away the interception ability and make it purely a racer. We don't know. They haven't really told us much about this redo on it. So they are going to hold this update back until it meets their standards, which they say is going to happen in 4.0. So the other news on the roadmap is the Asperia Prowler has moved into the polishing stage, which means great. That means we're going to get it in 3.9. That's what we're hoping for. That's what we're supposed to get. So I'm looking forward to getting that Prowler in my hands. Let me look. So it looks like they have a lot of the mission givers making quite a bit of progress for 4.0. They're not nearly complete. They're probably 75-80% complete. Then, of course, Grim Hex. The Orison landing zone hasn't been touched in at least 2 patches, as far as I can tell. It still shows 211 out of 313. So they still have a little ways to go on that. And if it's anything like New Babbage, they're going to add more tasks as they complete more. This is kind of the nature of things anyways. Then it looks like the new targeting methodology is almost complete. That would have been great to see in 3.9. We're going to have to wait a little longer on that. Maybe that's going to help us fix the fixed weapons. Hopefully there's some sort of flight improvement in that. Or maybe it's just a targeting thing that we need fixed. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. They still didn't make any more improvements on the high-speed combat. It still shows 9 out of 10. Body dragging is only 1 out of 10. Ship HUD rework, that's 1 out of 4. That's going to go right along with that targeting. So I expect that to be done about the same time. The Law System version 2, which is the Surrender, that's halfway done. Remember, we were supposed to see that in 3.9, so I guess they pulled people off of that team to work on something else for the meantime, and they'll get back to it. Death animation improvements, that is not really, it shows 0 out of 4. All this stuff they've been working on, or at least they have something. But it could show 0 out of 4 or scheduled, but people have probably already started working a little bit on it. Like the M50 shows 0 out of 8. But we know that obviously from what they posted, they've worked on it a little bit. The guns, which are the Lightning Bolt Company and a Gemini Ballistic SMG, and the Klaus Warner Sledge Mass Driver revisions, those don't look like they've been touched much, but that stuff goes really quick when they start really working on it. NPC Scheduler still shows scheduled. That's what's going to make the NPCs actually walk around rather than stand on chairs, and they'll despawn and spawn in a place that players don't have access to, and so they can kind of keep the population under control a little bit. The shield system tech, so right now shields are a bubble around your ships. This is supposed to make them conform more to your ship's shape, not to be confused with ship shape, which is all about new ships and ship pipeline. No, this is supposed to conform to your ship, so it makes the shield tech a little bit, it'll improve the shield tech a lot more, if you ask me. And this is the first stage going into physicalized components as well, so when we get physicalized damage, physicalized components and all that, this shield tech is part of that. Then in 4.1, they just added, like I said, the refinery deck. The cargo deck is halfway done, so that's good to see. They've got realistic weapon handling, AI hazard awareness and avoidance, combat improvement and polishing for the first-person shooter part of the game. All that stuff is scheduled, so they're working on it. It's just not, real far along. They don't have the task listed and all that. Improved throw, push and pull, missile operator for those ballista operators, docking, which they've kind of changed that from ship-to-ship docking and ship-to-station docking. They're just calling it docking now. That shows scheduled, but I know they've been working on that as well. And then, of course, the Star Runner. They showed the white box phase of it recently, but it still shows scheduled on there. It doesn't show how far along they are. So I guess, I don't know why they do that. I mean, if they worked on it, they should say working or in progress or something. Don't just say scheduled. We know that you're working on it at least. I mean, I don't know. I think it should say in progress. What do you guys think? Then they also have the cutting tool that they're going to work on, which I think is going to be pivotal for the repair mechanic when they put it in. But it's scheduled. And then the P-33 grenade launcher from Bearing is still showing 1 out of 31. I think it was like that 2 patches ago, or at least 1 patch ago. So they still have a little ways to go on some of that stuff in the future. So guys, I want to show my appreciation for all you guys who have been subscribing. Thank you so much. I am past the 1800 mark. Let's keep this train rolling. I certainly do want to thank each and every one of you. Thank you for all you guys who haven't subscribed that are watching the videos. Hit that subscribe button. Help us all out. Let's build this community. Let's make it great. Let's get on par with the board gamers and the morphologists and stuff. Once I get to close to their numbers, I can do this full time and spend like 8 hours a day editing these videos. That would be cool. I also want to thank all you guys who have been using my referral code as of late. I've jumped up to 26 referrals or recruits. I still have like 8 on my prospects list. That is so awesome. Thank you so much. If you are interested in joining this game, please use my referral code. It's going to be listed down below in the description. I only have 1,016 more to go to get that Million Mile High Club. That's all. Just 1,016. You guys can help me get there. If you know somebody that's interested in joining the game, use my referral code. If you don't want to use yours, use mine. That'd be awesome. I can't wait to get there. That would be so fantastic. If you're looking to join an org, that information's down below as well. Our org is always looking for more people, and we have a big org night on Saturday nights. So come out and join us. Our Discord's listed there too. You can join the Discord. You don't have to be a part of the org to do that. We would love to have you. I'm Mud Dog with the Texas Space Navy, and I'll see you guys out in the verse.